Today, we are looking at perhaps the best clone wave ever within LEGO Star Wars, the 2014 Clone Troopers. We're going to look at them separated from the show, so the Clone Wars, and then kind of the movie split up into different parts of Revenge of the Sith, and then compare them to modern renditions if they've been done, and rank the 2014 clones from worst to first. So we'll go over the Clone Wars. First, we have the Wolf Pack and Shock Trooper. Very, very nice clones. This was the first time we got Wolf Pack in Phase 2. One of the only times we ever got Wolf Pack. This was only technically the third, kind of second, but third time we got Shock Troopers. Very cool clone troopers. Very sought after clone troopers. Some of these used to be a lot more expensive until a newer one came out. We'll look at that a little bit later with modern renditions, but very amazing clone troopers. Definitely just, they help push. I mean, the year was already amazing with the Revenge of the Sith clones, but these two clone troopers just help push this year to just almost an unbeatable level when it comes to amazing quality and good-looking clone troopers. And diversity as well. Next, we'll head to Kashyyyk, some of my favorite clones and some of the best clones that LEGO has done. For Kashyyyk, we have 3 different clone troopers. We have the Kashyyyk Scout Trooper, which was brand new this year, the Kashyyyk Trooper, which was brand new this year, and Commander Gree, which also was brand new this year. The Scout Trooper mold was fantastic. I think it looks incredible to the movies. This would be, again, the first time that this came out, and he would come out just a few more times up till 2019. We haven't seen him since 2019. I'm kind of okay either way. I think this is better than we've seen potentially that they're going to change it to like an Imperial Scout Trooper for a little LEGO video game. They could go that route. I think I like this helmet better. I think it's more accurate, but that's personal opinion. Obviously, we have still not seen a modern Kashyyyk Scout Trooper since 2019. Or I should say we haven't seen one in a modern rendition. So none of these Kashyyyk troops have been redone in a modern way. Next, we have just the regular Kashyyyk Trooper. Wasn't seen in the movies. There's some other media that has had these clone troopers, but still a really, really cool clone trooper came out this year. And then I think in just one other set, like in 2016, a homing spider droid, I believe. And then Gree, one of the best clones of all time. Just fantastic. His helmet is perfect. His design, his printing is just immaculate. One of the best clone troopers of all time. I don't think a new one would be better. Even with a little bit better printing on the legs, which we would get now, I don't think they would do as well on the torso and definitely the helmet. Maybe they would, but I just doubt it. He's such an amazing clone trooper and is one of the best clone troopers of all time. Heading over to the planet of Utapau, we have the 212th troopers, being the regular and the airborne. And I remember being a teenager in 2014, being so excited for this battle pack in particular, because then, and I think now, but definitely then, the 212th is my favorite clone unit. I was so excited to get these clone troopers when I found out that they were coming out, and my goodness, LEGO knocked it out of the park. The regular is perfect. Again, we'll kind of talk about the changes here in a little bit compared to the new one, but just absolutely perfect. Again, maybe the legs with the weird cut off on the leg printing is a little bit big, but that's really the only criticism you can have for these clone troopers, and mostly it's only there because they have fixed that on the modern clone troopers. I will give LEGO that. But just a fantastic trooper. And then the 2014 Airborne, again, not maybe as good as Gree, but still in the top probably five, definitely top 10 clone troopers of all time. Such a just amazing new helmet mold. It's crazy that we got like 2 or 3 new helmet molds this year as well for clone troopers. Just a fantastic clone trooper, and just amazing printing, beautiful helmet, special helmet, and one of the best troops of all time. Going down from a few one-offs from things, we have the 91st Bark Trooper. Such, again, an amazing figure, very amazing printing and coloring. Just, again, knocked it out of the park. And it shows this set was $15 back in 2014. This clone trooper is $30 to $35 now for good condition. So, I mean, it's double the whole set, let alone if you want a used copy of the set, it's much more expensive than that. And then we have the Phase 2 White Trooper. This was one of the most in-demand clone troopers of all time for a long time because it was a Phase 2 regular trooper. People really wanted those for army building, obviously, and he only came in one $10 set. Like, this guy was pushing $20 before the new battle pack came out a couple years ago. So, overall, those are the clone troopers, amazing clone troopers. Looking at them, just again, it's, in my opinion, it's pretty easy. You'll have to let me know down in the comments, but I think it's pretty easy to say this is the best year for clone troopers of all time. 2013 is very good as well, but 2014 I'd say is number 1, and 2013 I'd say is number 2 when it comes to clone troopers. Now, some modern renditions of some of these clone troopers, on the whole, I think haven't been as well. Some are pretty good, some are not near as good. We'll go over like the Shock Trooper. I think the Shock Trooper, I actually, even with the helmet holes, I don't think it's as good, but I like it better even than 2014. I know I still also really like the differences or the separation that they used to have between realistic and animated compared to the mixed, but I kind of like more of the realistic style even for my Shock Troopers with the new one. So even with the helmet holes, I think I like them better, but I still think the 2014 is a little bit better. I think the modern clone from, I think 2022 was the first, 23? I think it was 23 we got the first time. We got the Shock Trooper for the first time. I think it would be the best Shock Trooper if it weren't for helmet holes. Phase 2, I think the realistic looks a little bit better, even if it didn't have helmet holes. So I think it's still, the realistic looks a little bit better, but still a pretty good clone trooper. I think those two, the Shock Trooper and the Phase 2 White, might be the best helmet hole clone troopers that don't have attachments, that don't need them. So within that caveat, I think they're the best of those clone troopers if they don't have attachments. Some clones need attachments and they're good, but when they don't and they have them, it's kind of a bummer, but those two are the best of that pack. And then we have the 2020 Airborne. I will say I do think he's a better clone trooper. Even with the mixed printing, which isn't always my favorite, they updated the printing just slightly where it's just that little bit better. So I do think the 2020 Airborne is slightly better. The only modern rendition that is a better trooper. The regular 212 trooper, not so much. Again, the legs were updated, which is nice. The torso is the mix. Your mileage might vary. But the helmet has the helmet holes and more so the big printing issues. I mean, they got the line right on 2014, and then now they didn't in 2012. So, I mean, in 2022. So, if you have the extra helmets, they actually look really good with 2014 helmets on, not going to lie. But not everyone has the ability to just helmet swap their 212 troopers. So, that is them compared to the modern renditions of these clone troopers, and let's rank the 2014 clones worst to first. And this is really hard because all these clone troopers are really good, and yeah, they're just super, super good. So this is very subjective. You'll have to let me know. I was trying to be subjective within this list just based on the various parameters, but here we go. I think worst is going to be the Kashyyyk regular trooper, just because, and it's not because he's a bad clone trooper, he's a really good clone trooper. It's just because I think the other ones are better and a little bit more accurate in the sense that we saw them. So he's down there. Then we have the Shock Trooper and the Wolf Pack. I know people are going to be mad about that. A little bit is that my bias because I like realistic clones better, so part of that is my bias. I'm sorry. Really, these guys could be anywhere on the list except for I think the top 3 are the top 3 no matter what, but the rest of the 4 through 9 are pretty subjective in my opinion. Number 6, right in the about getting close to the middle, I think we have the Phase 2 White Trooper. Just up from that, I have the regular 212 Trooper. Very beautiful trooper, one of my favorite clones. I've talked about that. Actually, my 2 favorite clones are the 91st Reconnaissance and the 212th regular trooper from 2014. So that tells you something. I've been collecting Lego now for 20 years, and my 2 favorite clone troopers are from this year, so it kind of tells you something how good this year is, in my opinion. Just up from that, because I do think it's a little bit better of a trooper, even if it's not my favorite. 41st Scout Trooper, amazing. Just slammed it out of the park. Lego did. Top 3. 91st Bark Trooper, I think, is number 3. Amazing trooper, very desirable now, very sought after. All 3 of these are. 212th Airborne, in my opinion, is number 2, but I think the best clone trooper from 2014 is going to be Commander Gree. He's just an immaculate clone trooper. I think he very well could be in the top 3 clone troopers that Lego's ever done. He is absolutely fantastic. I don't think he does get praised often, but I still, even for how good he is, I don't think he gets praised enough for just how good of a clone trooper he is. So let me know down below if you agree with my list and what you think of 2014, and if you think that 2014 is the best year for clone troopers or not. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.